Ukrainian attacks on Russian energy infrastructure are not stopping. Ukrainian AN-196 Lyuty drones attacked the Orsk Nefty Orgsynthes refinery in Russia's Orenburg region, approximately 870 miles, 1,400 kilometers, from Ukrainian-controlled territory, according to sources from the Ukrainian Security Service, Kyiv Post, and local media. Reports indicated that the SBU's Special Operations Unit, Alpha, carried out the attack using long-range drones, while video clips posted on Telegram showed the moment the refinery was targeted, with 2 drones falling in the city of Orsk during the operation. Orenburg Governor Yevgeny Solntsev confirmed an attempted attack on an industrial facility, but stated that refinery operations were not disrupted and no civilian injuries were reported. Founded in 1935, the Orsk refinery is one of the oldest and largest in the southern Urals, with an annual capacity of 6.6 million tons of crude oil, producing around 30 types of fuels and oils. Ukrainian security sources confirmed that targeting Russian oil and gas facilities directly strikes Moscow's economy and reduces its ability to fund the war, noting that about 40% of Russia's refining capacity is already offline. Ukraine continues its campaign against Russian refineries to weaken the economy and disrupt military supplies, with previous strikes causing fuel shortages in several Russian regions and occupied territories.
Вон летит. Не снимайте, съебывайтесь отсюда, блядь. Сейчас он упадет, куда упадет, везде. Не снимайте, да дурачье, ёпты. На центральную проходную летит. Еще одного ждут.
Еще 2 с Самары сейчас, говорит, идут. Большие.
Еще 2 с Самары. Вот он направо пошел.
Это маленький, еще 2 больших пошел.
Сейчас, по-моему, уебет. Сейчас уебет бегом. Ебать! Там еще один летит. Еще 2 Самары, короче.
The Ukrainian Defense Forces attacked several important facilities in Russia and the temporarily occupied Donetsk region. In the Kursk region, the Defense Forces attacked the Harmony radar complex and a transport loading vehicle from the Iskander Operational Tactical Missile Complex. A previously unpublished video has surfaced showing the September 24th naval drone strike on the oil terminal in Tuapse. The footage was filmed by a foreign ship crew docked in the port at the time. Ukrainian naval drones struck the oil terminal in Tuapse, targeting a key export pier used for loading fuel oil, vacuum gas oil, and diesel. The explosions heavily damaged the loading infrastructure, paralyzing operations at one of Russia's main Black Sea oil hubs. The attack disrupted fuel exports and dealt another blow to Moscow's Shadow Fleet logistics. Russian air defenses opened fire but failed to stop the strike, and fragments caused damage to nearby buildings and cars, sparking panic among residents in Tuapse and nearby coastal cities.
Okay, when we hit one top. There is a floating drone. All floating drones. Hit. Oh.
It's nothing our vessel. It's not.
Footage from the 225th Assault Regiment confirms what Russians already reported. Russian Marines from the 810th Guards Naval Infantry Brigade are being forced to cross the reservoir in Sumy region and are being targeted and eliminated. One person has been confirmed killed, and at least 30 people have been injured following a Russian drone strike on a railway station in northeast Ukraine, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said. In a post on X, he said that preliminary reports indicated train staff and passengers were at the site of the strike in the city of Shostka, in the Sumy region. Emergency services are on the scene and have begun helping people, he said, adding that information regarding the injured was still being established. He also posted a video showing a damaged train carriage on fire. The Russians could not have been unaware that they were targeting civilians. This is terrorism, which the world has no right to ignore, Zelensky wrote on X. Every day Russia takes people's lives, and only strength can make them stop. According to the regional governor Ole Hryhorov and the Ukrainian Railways body, there were 2 strikes which hit 2 passenger trains. 3 children, aged 8, 11, and 14, were among the injured, Hryhorov said. The second strike hit at a time when evacuations from the area were already underway, a statement from the Railways body said. It represented a vile attack aimed at stopping communication with our frontline communities, the statement continued. Shostka lies in northeastern Ukraine, some 50 kilometers from the Russian border. Georgian police used pepper spray and water cannons in clashes with protesters who attempted to storm the presidential palace in the capital, Tbilisi. Thousands took to the streets following calls by opposition parties for large protests against the ruling Georgian Dream Party as ballots were being cast for local elections on October 4th. Their aim was to revitalize daily demonstrations that began last year following alleged violations in parliamentary elections and a subsequent government decision to halt talks on joining the European Union. Those protests have largely fizzled out in recent months. Crowds started to gather shortly after voting began on October 4th, with some organizers saying the aim was the peaceful overthrow of the government. But around 7 p.m. local time, they began moving toward the presidential palace. As protesters tried to break through the palace fences, Georgia's Interior Ministry declared that the rally had exceeded the norms set by law. Police have responded by deploying water cannons and pepper spray. According to witnesses, they have also used tear gas to push back protesters. Video coverage by RFE/RL's Georgian service showed both police officers and protesters were engaging in physical confrontations, with demonstrators throwing unidentified objects. According to Georgia's Interior Ministry, 14 of its officers were injured during the clashes. Videos and live feeds from the ground also showed injuries among protesters. As some protesters erected barricades near the presidential palace, thousands of others also gathered on Tbilisi's Rustaveli Avenue, a site that has seen countless Georgian protests. Georgia's former president Salome Zurabishvili, who has previously led peaceful protests, criticized the actions of the protesters. As a legitimate president, I officially reject this and continue to stand with my people peacefully until we achieve new elections, Zurabishvili added. Ahead of the demonstration, authorities pledged a tough response to those it cast as seeking revolution. Following later developments, Georgian Prime Minister Irakli Kobakidze said that strict measures would be implemented in the coming days. By the end of the day in Tbilisi, Georgia's Interior Ministry said it had opened several criminal cases, including those related to calls for the violent change of the constitutional order and attempts to seize facilities of strategic significance. As Georgia's Central Election Commission said that Georgian Dream had won elections in every municipality, some organizers of the October 4th protests indicated that the demonstrations would continue in the coming days.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.